I think it needs to yeah, because they was doing it back then. It's his mic. He got a mic back there. Let me help.
Okay.
Welcome, seniors, parents, and friends, and family. Thank you for coming today. If you would join me in bowing your heads as I say a prayer. God, thank you for this amazing day, and this amazing school year, just the amazing past 12 years of high school or school, God. And we pray that as we go throughout our lives, once we graduate, that we would just follow your path, and that you would guide us to all the amazing adventures you have for us. Amen.
Amen.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Trenton. I'm the pastor here, and we welcome you to our space. No sound issues withstanding. Baccalaureate started in probably around the University of Oxford, and all the graduates would have to get a sermon in Latin. So if you guys want to do that, it continued here in America because it means first. It means initial degree. And it's designed to be a place where before the pomp and circumstance of your actual graduation, you guys get a chance to reflect on what this means to you and those who love you. So as we welcome you into this space, let us all take a moment and think about those who have loved us to get us to where we are today. Thank you. I turn it over to Genevieve Ahey as she presents the legend of Captain.
Long ago in ancient Greece, informal education was for the very rich or the very determined. A wise old teacher was approached by a group of young men. Our sons have completed their studies, and it's time for them to return to their homes and live in the style befitting their station. Tomorrow, we will present them at a great banquet. Be sure they are appropriately dressed in their finest robes. The following day, the banquet hall was filled with royalty, dressed in dazzling finery. The great moment came when the students entered the banquet with the loud cheering. A cry of disappointment arose from the crowd. From a home, their young men were dressed, not in the garments of the king, but in simple robes of saffron, each carrying a golden cord, the mark of common order. What is the meaning of this? Cried the nobleman. Our sons were to be dressed in their finest garments, but they are. Your sons are dressed in the clothing of the mason, for their destiny is to build. Some as architects will build cities, some as teachers will build lives, some as physicians will restore bodies, but all will be builders of the solid foundation of knowledge. And to this day, all graduates wear a cap and gown, proudly symbolizing the following: value of education, and the fact that our young women and men are builders of their own future and the future of the world.
Good afternoon. Allison Wilderson, Mayor, City of Grayson. Mayor Wilkerson is a lifelong resident of not only Gwinnett County, but also the City of Grayson. She is a graduate of South Gwinnett High School and Truett University, and holds a real estate broker's license with Properties Exchange. Allison is a graduate of 2001 Leadership Gwinnett class and was elected to her first term as a Grayson City Council member in 2002. 12 years later, Allison was elected the first female and second-generation mayor of the town of 4,700. A former board member of the Grayson Cluster School Foundation, Allison is the co-founder of the Miss Grayson High School pageants. Currently, She remains active with the local schools through the PTSAs and is a school council board member at Grayson Elementary School. In 2014, Allison received the Servant Leadership Award from the Georgia Women's Legislative Caucus. She received the prestigious Certificate of Distinction from the Georgia Municipal Training Institute for completing over 255 hours of continuing education in 2019. Allison has served as the past president of the Gwinnett Municipal Association twice and is a two-time former board member of the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. In June of this year, Mayor Wilkerson will be sworn in as the vice president of District 3 of the Georgia Municipal Association. In February of 2023, Allison married Greg Page. Everyone, please welcome our Mayor, Allison Wilderson.
Pastor Dockery, Senator, parents, grandparents, to the Grayson High School class of 2023, congratulations. You're here today because you persevered. You survived your freshman year, you survived your sophomore year, you ran the halls, you changed the buildings, and now you're at your senior year. You're here today because you survived 12 years of testing. While meeting goals and standards, you graduated and you were successful. Could you say so long to 12 years of schooling and hello to beginning your college degree or technical training? I wanted to share with you my favorite passage. If you went to Grayson Elementary School, you've probably heard this. Be decisive. Right or wrong, make a decision. The road of life is filled with flat squirrels that just couldn't make a decision. So why on earth am I bringing you this particular passage at this time? Well, let me tell you what this means to me each day and as you step forward into the big world outside of Grayson. Live within your means. I encourage you to be courteous and return everything you borrow. Stop blaming other people and admit when you make a mistake. Give clothes not worn to charity and do something nice and try not to get caught. To give anonymously without any expectations of gifts returned or thank yous is among the best gifts. But make sure that you say thank you when you're the recipient, whether it's the small kindness or a large expensive gift. Remember to say thanks. Listen more and talk less. Every day, take a 30-minute walk with just your thoughts for company. It'll help you find your own voice and it'll fine-tune your own dreams. Strive for excellence. Do your very best at even the smallest task and you can be proud of your efforts. Be on time. When you're late, it means that the schedules of others are not nearly as important as your own. And when you arrive, be present. Be in that moment. So let's do something. How many of y'all have your phones with you? How many of you have them out? Pull them out. Humor me for just a second. It's a great opportunity. You're going to want this years from now. Take a selfie. Do it. I know you know how. Now take a picture of the rest of your class with you. Now set down your phone. Be present. Be in the moment. You must set down your phone and stop worrying about what your friends might or might not be doing. Being a participant in each moment of your life is key to personal satisfaction. And being a participant doesn't mean you have to document it on Snapchat. It really doesn't. You don't have to choreograph it or stage it to prove that it really happened. And don't make excuses. And for goodness sakes, don't argue. Take a deep breath and remember your goals. Will they be achieved if you prove you're right? Get organized. Find an app, create a spreadsheet with sticky notes on the refrigerator. Figure out what works best for you and manage your own life with organization and thoughtfulness. This will be the single way that you will not be a victim of circumstances. But should you find yourself in a circumstance, pull upon all the knowledge and experience to make it a positive moment. At worst, learn from it. Be determined and learn as much as you can and make yourself invaluable. Learn something new every day. Be kind to people. Let someone cut ahead of you in line if they seem in a hurry. Rudeness and impatience are not hallmarks of maturity. Cultivate good manners. Be humble. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir are still some of the most powerful phrases, no matter your age. When you make a mistake or you're wrong, admit it. Learn to say I'm sorry and be sincere. You'll be amazed how meaningful it is to others. And as always, being truthful can go a long way when you find yourself in one of those moments. Realize and accept that life isn't always fair. And know when to keep your thoughts to yourself. Without a doubt, you will encounter events that just aren't fair. It happens every day, but how you handle yourself in those situations is what makes you the better person. Learn from each and every experience, file it away, and make sure you don't have to learn that particular lesson ever again. Set a goal to experience an entire day without criticizing anyone. Folks are going to make you mad, and there are people that really need to just be put in their place. But is it really your place to do so? Follow your passion and be a risk taker, but at the same time, analyze your risk. Make smart choices. Look at the big picture and see where you can plug into your passion. There's a place for all of us. Learn from the past, but plan for the future. So here you are, about to embark on a new chapter of your life. Whatever's ahead of you, begin with the end in mind. A vision of what to do, and be strong. Finish strong. Of course, there's going to be detours, and you'll have to recalculate your plans, but that doesn't mean you're quitting. Sometimes, winning is not about finishing first. It's about finishing. It's about seeing the other side of the road and having a plan to reach that with a measure of success. It's about not being a flat squirrel. But that doesn't mean you can't or shouldn't experience a bit of excitement along the way. Let your parents be a part of the journey going forward. Moral and, if possible, financial support will assist in you achieving your goals, but don't abuse the love. When possible, travel as much as you can. Take semesters abroad, experience programs and internships before you join the real world of loan repayments, mortgages, cars, and insurance. When you receive your diploma, recognize it as a hard-earned symbol of achievement and all that you've learned in your life thus far. Use these experiences to embolden yourself as you step forward into the many possibilities of promises to come. Each of us here today are here to support and to celebrate you. We want the very best for you. So class of 2023, congratulations. Good luck, Godspeed. Remember your roots. They're right here.
Good afternoon. Let me start by saying thank you to Grayson United Methodist Church and Pastor Trenton Dockery for hosting this service. And thank you to Jennifer Barber for giving me this opportunity to speak to you on today. As I look around, I'm seeing so many friends, family, and teachers who I've spent many years of my life with. And it's still sinking in that soon we will all be going off to explore new chapters in our lives. And thinking about moving on past high school, I was reminded of the movie Creed 3, which just came out, so I won't spoil it for any of you guys. But in this movie, the plot is based off a boxer named Adonis Creed. And what I love about this movie is it captures the emotions that many of us are experiencing. See, the movie follows Adonis from a young kid to an adult, where he made many mistakes but also had many accomplishments. And ultimately, the theme of Creed 3 centers on the challenges of defining oneself in relation to legacy while embracing personal growth. And as graduates, we're at similar points in our lives where we have to navigate our new journeys while also forging our new paths and identities. So with this in mind, I want to leave you with 3 thoughts to consider. First, like I said earlier, we have to forge our own new paths. And a verse that God always keeps in my heart is Proverbs 16:9. And it says, we can make our own paths, but God determines our steps. And in Creed 3, Adonis as a boxer tried to carve out and mold his own destiny. But the path that he set for himself was easy, but he quickly realized that he wasn't in control of his own path. And just like Adonis, we have plans and goals that we make for ourselves, but true dependence and commitment to Jesus is how we stay on the right path to get these goals. And I feel like we can all find peace and comfort knowing that God, who can make no mistakes and can do no wrong, is in charge of our future. So second, as quoted in the movie and from our barber, ironically, you said almost the exact same thing yesterday, word for word, while cutting my hair. But the quote says, be in the moment, not the past, not the future, right now. And this quote hits so hard because as seniors, we often reminisce on the good old days or what lies ahead in our future. But those aren't bad things to think about, but sometimes we get so consumed in looking back and looking so far ahead that we miss the memories being made so let us embrace this time and enjoy these moments being made with friends, family, and loved ones. And just like graduation parties and events like this today, where we can spend quality time with one another and truly seize the moment. So as we prepare to leave high school and embark on our new journeys, let us take inspiration from Creed 3 to remember to live in the moment and to cherish these memories being made before us. And finally, the last thought I want to leave you all with is that time doesn't change the moments you make change time. So congratulations to the class of 2023. May God bless you all. And I'm going to say a quick prayer real quick, so everybody bow your heads. All right, Lord, we just come to you today just thanking you, Lord, that we can be in this position, Lord, that we've made it this far where we can graduate, Lord, and just make it onto our new chapter of our lives, Lord. And I just pray that we just give all the glory to you, Lord, always, and that you just keep safe. And I pray a hedge of protection over every student in here, every parent, whoever's in here, Lord, that as we, our lives are changing every single day, Lord, but I just pray that we just look towards you. And so it's in your heavenly name, Lord, I pray these things. Amen.
Good afternoon. I will be introducing the 2022-2023 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Teandra Storey. Ms. Storey is a proud, born and raised native of Atlanta, Georgia. The love for her state and city shines even more if you've ever had the privilege of watching her root on the Atlanta sports teams. This includes the tears of joy she shed when the Georgia Bulldogs won the national championship 2 years in a row. Ms. Storey has earned 3 degrees from the University of West Georgia, a bachelor's of Arts and History, master's degree in education, and a specialist degree in education. Ms. Storey began her career as an educator 11 years ago at Towers High School in DeKalb County. She always knew she wanted to be a teacher ever since she was a child. She was the kid that was excited to play school with her siblings. In 2016, Ms. Storey joined the Grayson High School community as a social studies teacher. While working in Gwinnett County Public Schools, Ms. Storey has served on the GCPS assessment team, the social studies curator team, and she also was a part of the GCS Disciplines Task Force. In 2022, Ms. Storey was also selected as the Teacher of the Month for the Georgia Council of Economics Education. Her commitment to the teaching profession led her to become the 2022-2023 Teacher of the Year at Grayson High School, for which has also offered her the privilege of serving on the Gwinnett County's Teacher Advisory Council. Currently at Grayson High School, she is the Student Council Sponsor and the Director of Grayson High School's Black History Month play for the last 3 years. It's important to note that Ms. Storey is more than just an educator. She is a loving wife of almost 19 years to another GCS employee, Mr. Kendall Storey, and the mom of 3 beautiful children. Ms. Storey strives to live out the Great Commission and spread the love of Christ to everyone she comes across. Ms. Teandra Storey.
Good afternoon, class of 2023. 4 years ago, you guys entered your high school years not really knowing what was ahead. No one could have guessed that a pandemic would disrupt a year and a half of your high school journey. But from what I see as a teacher, class of 2023 took on the challenges that the last 3 years have brought with stride and pride. So I was first introduced to class of 2023 when some of you were only 10 years old, 5th graders at Trenton Elementary. This year stands out because it was the first year my husband, Mr. Storey, started his career as an elementary school teacher. The stories he would tell about you guys were hilarious. Just recently, as I was scrolling through some past memories on Mr. Storey's phone, I saw videos and pictures of some of you all dancing, laughing, and just enjoying childhood. Fast forward, I got to know some of you even more when I was your cheer coach. I remember one of my cheerleaders saying, Miss Storey, the 9th grade football player said that you were scary. And I have no idea why. If you know me, I'm a wonderful person. Anyway, moving on. So now this year I got to know so many of you as your econ teacher. And it was this year that you all etched a special place in my heart. Let me tell you about 2 specific prayers that I've had in recent years. 2 years ago, when my oldest child, Anaya, was only in 8th grade, I prayed that she would enter high school, that when she entered high school, she would find a group of people that loves and pursues the Lord as she desired to do. Well, a group of students within this graduating class was an answer to that prayer. Bryson and a few of your classmates, thank you guys for being obedient and consistent with hosting your weekly Bible studies. In this short year, my now 10th grader has grown so much in her spiritual walk with the Lord. Your boldness to live out the Great Commission has inspired her to be bold as well. Let me tell you about my second prayer. But before I do that, let me give a little bit of context. I want to be very honest with you guys. I've been a teacher for 11 years, and I've noticed a pattern. I always had the roughest teaching years with graduating classes that ended in odd numbers. I know that may be a weird thing for me to notice, but it's the truth. Therefore, I was nervous when class of 2022 graduated last year because I assumed the pattern would continue. As silly as this sounds, it was a real thing for me. So I prayed. I prayed that the Lord would break that pattern and allow this year to be different than the past years. And I am so thankful that He answered that prayer. Class of 2023, I truly enjoyed educating you this year. I truly enjoyed seeing you blossom. You've made me laugh with your larger-than-life personalities. You've made me proud of your many achievements and celebrations. And lastly, you've challenged me to be a better challenge you as you have challenged me this year. Let your light shine in dark places. What you will discover, or may even already know, is that this world is not kind. Honestly, this world can be downright sad. But when dark places are exposed to light, darkness has no choice but to flee. So I challenge you to let your light shine, to let your love shine, to let your joy illuminate a room, and to walk into gloomy places with the intent to push dark clouds aside. Be the light that this world needs. Be the salt of the earth that the Lord calls us to be. Shining bright may look different in various spaces, but whatever it looks like, be that. This may sound like your typical cliche graduation speech, but no one said that there's no truth in cliches. The truth of the matter is that we, this world, need you to be different than those that have come before you and those that will come after you. We need you to carve your unique place in the world so that this world can look different because of your special touch. I don't like saying goodbyes because honestly, I am a crybaby. When my students say, "Miss Storey, I'm going to miss you," my response is always, "You don't have to miss me, just call me after you graduate," and then we don't have to miss each other. It's the best way that I've coped with my students leaving each year. You would think after 11 years it would get easier, but it doesn't. So I will end by simply saying two things. The first, don't be strangers. Be sure to visit your favorite teachers because, please believe me, we truly enjoy that. And last but certainly not least, congratulations on your upcoming graduation. You guys have definitely earned it. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is with great honor that I am able to introduce you all to Senator Nikki Merritt. Senator Nikki Merritt was elected to the Georgia State Senate on November 3rd, 2020, and was sworn in to serve Georgia's 9th Senate District on January 11th, 2021. She is a Georgia native and longtime resident of Gwinnett County. Senator Merritt studied at the University of Georgia and worked in the telecommunications industry for 23 years, proudly serving in her labor union, CWA 3204, fighting for workers' rights and for fair working conditions. Before deciding to run for public office, Senator Merritt volunteered for the nonprofit CANI Community Action Network Initiative. Still serving as a CANI board member, she helps coordinate events for community engagement and empowerment throughout Gwinnett County. She also sponsors internship programs mentoring college students pursuing political careers. Senator Merritt was re-elected to serve Georgia's Senate District 9 on November 8th, 2022. In the first year of her second term, Senator Merritt serves as the Vice Chairman of the Georgia Legislative Black Caucus, Chairwoman of the Gwinnett Senate Delegation, and also on the advisory board of the Gwinnett Reentry Alliance. Senator Merritt resides in Grayson, Georgia, with her husband and 2 teenage children. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Senator Nikki Merritt. Thank you.
Thank you, that was wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2023. You did. I am proud of each and every one of you. And having 2 that graduated from Grayson myself, one's over at Tech and one's at Georgia State. They're in their 20s now, doing amazing, as you will do, because that's what we do in Grayson High School. Grayson puts out excellence. So already know, because you're coming out of Grayson High School, you're already there. You're going to be excellent, so keep pushing. So I want to thank Mayor Allison for being here today and giving her greetings. Thank you, Pastor Trenton, for the Trenton Dockery for inviting me here today. And parents, thank you for these fine young men and women that you are helping to bring into our world, into to our society to give back. And thank you for the work that you've done to get them here. So students, I want you to give your parents a hand, because I know. Now, I remember clearly when I graduated, the excitement, the hope, the possibilities that were there before me. And the world is just so big. And there are so many experiences waiting for you all after today. Some of you are going to go off to college. Some of you will start families. Some of you will start a business. Some of you will do something completely different than what you had first imagined you were going to do. But whatever you do and wherever you go, there are some life lessons that are critical to success that I want to share with you. I have so many young people coming into my office that want to work and intern, and they're just so bright, and I can just see the stars in their eyes, and they want to change the world. So working with them kind of helped me frame what I wanted to deliver with you all today, and kind of what I'm seeing with our young people. First, know that whatever you do, it's going to take hard work. Every person I know that has become good at what they do has had to struggle through the learning process. They committed to doing the work, even though some days it seemed overwhelming. And the rule is the same for everyone. Whether you're an engineer, a stay-at-home mom, nurse, nonprofit, administrators, plumbing, armed forces members, or everyone is in between. It will be hard work. And I know you all live in the age of the internet. Some of you, I think all of you don't know what it's like not to have one of these. Right? And I encourage you to step away from this often, because it's teaching you that everything has to be immediate and quick and now. And that's not always what work is about. So second, don't rush yourself. Life does seem like it's moving quickly, because again, we're in the internet age. And that you have to reach that goal in as little time as possible, as fast as possible. The old saying, slow and steady wins the race, is a good one. Don't try to fit into anyone's timeline. The timeline for your life is your timeline. And be intentional about your choices. You will be able to master the hard work, and follow your own journey. Listen to yourself. Listen to that little voice that's inside of you. Third, cultivate discipline. Learn how to arrange your priorities, how to be consistent, how to take care of yourself, especially when life throws you curveballs that you didn't see coming. It's that discipline that will bring you back and help you center yourself and keep you focused. This is one of the hardest things to do in life, but I promise you, this will help you take the necessary steps to achieve success, both professionally and personally. And finally, remember that life is a journey. I know that sounds cliche, but it is a journey. And that you may not end up where you thought you were, where you would be going. I know some of you have your plans all laid out, but guess what? It is okay to change that plan at any time. If you had asked me when I graduated high school if I would be a state senator, no. Was never part of my plan. I thought I was going to be a lawyer. I used to watch LA Law at like 2. Y'all don't know what that is. It's a very old show. Yeah, I thought I was going to be a lawyer. Guess what? Didn't do that either. As you heard, I worked in telecom for many years in customer service. That's where life ended up. That's where my path something because you're gonna make a lot of money, get rich. You know, do it because you love it. Find something that you know you can do every day. It's gonna bring you joy and you'll be able to do it. It won't be like work. Do it because it gives back in some way. Do it because it's good for humanity. And sometimes it may not be what your parents wanted you to do or the path they laid out for you. And that's okay. Follow what feels good, what feels right to you. And there's going to be so many opportunities out there waiting for all of you. And when you're given that chance to learn something new and different, if you're thrown to a different class, towards a different path, don't be afraid to grasp onto it. Don't be afraid to follow that. And my final words to you all are, as I always tell mine as they're leaving the house, they're off the school every time they leave me. Just go be great. Go do great. So I want to thank you all again for letting me share this moment with you. Congratulations again, class of 2023. Again, I am so proud of all of you. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you all will become. I am excited to see what difference you will make in the community and in this world. I will be looking to see where all of you end up. So thank you. Y'all have a good afternoon.
If you all will please join me for a closing prayer. Dear God, we thank you for all the friendships and memories over these past 4 years, and I pray for all the graduates as we go our separate ways that we continue to honor and praise you in all that we do, Lord. Also, I pray for the safety over everyone through the good and bad times. And lastly, I just want to pray that we just never stop seeking you, Lord, and always remember where we come from. In your heavenly name I pray. Amen.
I'm right back in that. Yeah.